Hi everyone, hope you're well and welcome to the August update. Now, not a lot has really happened in the garage. Couple of reasons. One, we did have some very nice weather and it did get quite hot. And to be honest with you, I did any spare time was mostly spent sitting in the garden reading railway magazines. And also it did get a little uncomfortable in there heat wise. I mean, usually the garage is quite good, um, but I suppose that's a little excuse. Another excuse was that I wasn't really sure on how I wanted to plan out coming out of the new park area, and I wanted to get it right in my own mind. I had a little thought on that, yeah, I've got my plan. So I've cracked on a little bit more in the park, and you'll see that. What else have I been doing? Um, I wanted to get some passengers painted up for putting in coaches. So I've done that. I bought a pack from Fine Scale Figures, and they do a seated pack of passengers with the legs cut off, so it's easy to put in. So I've been starting on that. Um, you'll see another couple of bits that I've painted up and had a little go at trying to weather it and seeing how we get on with that. So that's where I've been at. So in this video, we're going to be seeing what's happened in the garage. You'll see a couple of new additions to the rolling stock, and also um, I travelled up to Hull a week or two back just to pick my mother's ashes up from the funeral directors. I waited until it was COVID restrictions were had been uh, reduced, just to make the journey easier. And took a bit of footage on the way there, and I went what was it, Strood, St Pancras, King's Cross, Doncaster, over to Hull. So you see a little bit of footage there, and then we'll have some running shots as well. So a shorter update than normal, which will probably please you. So there we go. Get yourself a cuppa and take a look. Cheers. So as I mentioned before, the only real progress that has been made is that there's been some more paving stones put down, and if I move in slowly, there's been some flower beds made in. Now this one here is from Scale Model Scenery, and this one here is using some strips of static glass and some coloured crayons that have been grated, and both effects look quite good. And also I've got, I'll just lean over, a pack of these small flowering bushes from Howard Scenic Supplies. So I'm going to try and see how they fit in, and I'm going to put them just there. Also, we have a playground. The playground items are from Model Railway Scenery. If I just go down just a little bit, and fencing from Scale Model Scenery. And I just need some suitable figures to go in it. There's some trees that I've made from seafoam that will just go on. And so, as I say, yeah, small progress, but as you can see, yeah, at least it's some. Okay, there we go. So as I mentioned in the introduction, I went up to Hull a little while back just to pick up my mum's ashes, um, and the travel was via Strood station, and I got the fast train, the Javelin, to St Pancras. Nice short walk over to King's Cross, and I got the LNER service to Doncaster. I changed at Doncaster and then went over to Hull. So yeah, I must say everything went very smoothly. Whilst waiting at Doncaster, I did take some footage. So it's not the greatest; it was just on the phone, but yeah, there was plenty in and out and different trains, and so yeah, just a couple of minutes, and hope you enjoy it.
Passengers waiting for 1626, so the hour services to Redford, Newark.
So as you can see, a little bit done in the garage, and I'm quite happy with how the playground turned out, and also the flower beds. Um, Job now is to, as I said, to get some figures for the playground that are suitable. Looking for some children I can put on the seesaw, etc. Also, as I've swapped around the bus stops, where the old bus shelters will now be on the platform. So again, some put some figures in there as well. So that's all work in progress. Next up is just showing you a Lima Class 47 that I got on the eBay and sent off to Robert at Boomerang Junction. He converted it to DCC and put some lighting in for me, and it runs really well. And yeah, as always with Rob, I'm very pleased. But it just, I suppose it's a recurring theme, but certainly with me, Because as some of you, or perhaps most of you, be aware, Hornby at the end of July put across the board 10% increase to their products, which again is starting to make new locos. Most of them are going to be around the £200, and that's DCC ready. You add a decoder in, and if it's a decent non-sound decoder, another £20. And if you are thinking of sound, well, TTS is 40 and 45. Sound decoder 100, 120. So you're looking at 250 to 300 for a new loco. So yeah, it certainly makes me think that I'm going to continue on the non-DCC Lima style for diesels, and I'm looking at ideally with the steamers DCC ready, but the older models. And I always thought that the early 2000s seemed to be very good time for quality control at Hornby. And saying that, as a little precursor to the next video, there is a package waiting to come back from Rob at Boomerang, which has got some of those in there. So there's a little teaser for you. Also, you'll see in the footage that I've got some of the Curascale's coil carriers. Now, I know Susanna at Mildenhall had issues with them, and I know a few other people did, and I would say slightly skeptical, but surprised, because all the Curascale items I had were very good, no issues at all with them. And so I thought, because I'd got a pack myself just to try out, and I think they look quite nice, and I hadn't checked them, I thought I better had, and what I'd be told, I had 2 buffers in the packaging that had come away, and 1 buffer missing, and I have to say that the telescopic hoods are, I suppose, feel a little flimsy and they can easily come off. And if you're somebody who wants to maybe regularly change the position of them and pose them, yeah, it could be a slight issue. I won't, but yeah, it certainly could be. And the small brake wheel, the white wheel, one of those came off. So I'm hoping this is just a one-off. I say, you know, I've had quite a lot from them and I've never had an issue. So hopefully they'll take note, and this was just a blip. So there we are. Let's take a look at the Class 47. Well, thank you as always for watching, and what's coming up next? What are my plans? Well, more work on the play area and the park in general and the bowls club, and there's lots of kits building, so all systems go. There'll be some figure painting as well, some more experiments on weathering and updating locos. So yeah, that'll all be in the next update. Also, I'm going to take a leaf out of Diesel Dave's book and do a little bit of train spotting. The 100 of Who freight line is quite a busy light, and it's just down the road to me, and I've spotted what I think could be a good vantage point. Yeah, I'll take a look out for that. I'll probably do those as separate videos just to see how they come out. Excuse me. And also, I'd obviously like to thank all the subscribers. We are edging up to around 400. So it'd be great if we did hit that. But I'd really like to thank everybody who's been with me, joined me through these last couple of years or so. Take time out for comments, which are always appreciated. And it's been brilliant, and I'm hoping that I'll see some of you at the Great Electric Train Show at Milton Keynes in October. If you do, it'd be brilliant. I'll have my Medway attire on, so can be easily spottable. Also like to thank very much the new subscribers that have come over in the last months. So it really is appreciated, and thank you. And there's a couple, not just excuse me for a second, a couple of new channels that I've come across that I think are worth a look and are entertaining. One is South Line, Southern Line. Now he's got a layer in the loft, just starting on the scenic work, and he's been putting up some videos and nice and entertaining. And yeah, let's give him some support as well. And then there's another one, and excuse me again, Mark Dash Hemel Down MR, and he's just temporary until he moves into a permanent position. Got a temporary layer in the garage, but again, he's starting out, and let's give him some support as well. And yeah, they're both very entertaining, and I will put a couple of links in the comments to them. So as usual, all those videos that I watch, channels that I watch and comment on, thank you for putting out some brilliant content. So as I always say, please do stay safe, happy modelling, and enjoy if we get an Indian sun. Okay folks, bye for now.
Yeah.